interest to be added onto the group, send this message to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. Tonight on Adults Conversation. My name is Dari. I am 29 years old. My girlfriend and I have been dating for 4 years now. I finished school 2 years ago and I traveled to the UK for my master's. During this period, I ensured that my girlfriend did not miss me too much as we were communicating frequently and I was sending her money for her upkeep. I decided to return home last week to propose to her and make plans to bring her to the UK. I called as usual and she said she was home. So I decided to pay her a surprise visit. Unfortunately, I got the shock of my life when I got to my girlfriend's house and realized that she's pregnant. I couldn't believe what my eyes saw. She started crying and apologizing, saying that it was a mistake and she didn't mean to hurt me. I'm so heartbroken and disappointed because I had thought I was coming home to get married to the love of my life. Now she's saying the father of the child has abandoned her and that I should forgive and accept her back because she loves me. Yes, I really do love her, but I don't know what to do anymore. Please advise me. Remember that Dara is listening to the conversation, so please, when you call, share your thoughts without condemning, judging, or using abusive language on the show. The number to call is 07000 917 917. You can send a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. Log on to our website www.wfm917.com. Download the mobile app, the BFM 917. And yes, you can also send in your contributions to our social media platforms, the BFM 917. I also need to say this, please and please and please, when you call in, try to turn down the volume on your radio to avoid interference that we can hear you properly. 07000 917 917. That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. Well, there you have it. That is the story for tonight. Dari has sent in the story. Dari wants us to advise him. What do you think is the way to go? What would you like to say to Dari on the show for tonight? According to Dari, my name is Dari. I am 29 years old. My girlfriend and I have been dating for 4 years now. I finished school 2 years ago and I traveled to the UK for my master's. During this period, I ensured that my girlfriend did not miss me too much as we were communicating frequently and I was sending her money for her upkeep. I decided to return home last week to propose to her and make plans to bring her to the UK. I called as usual and she said she was home, so I decided to pay her a surprise visit. Unfortunately, I got the shock of my life when I got to my girlfriend's house and realized that she's pregnant. I couldn't believe what my eyes saw. She started crying and apologizing, saying that it was a mistake and she didn't mean to hurt me. I'm so heartbroken and disappointed because I had thought I was coming home to get married to the love of my life. Now she's saying the father of the child has abandoned her and that I should forgive and accept her back because she loves me. Yes, I really do love her, but I don't know what to do anymore. Please advise me. What are your thoughts about this one tonight? What would you like to say to Dari on the show tonight? Do you think Dari should forgive and accept his girlfriend and, continue with the plans of getting married to her? How would he even tell his family that, okay, while he was away for 2 years, the one person he has been communicating with, the one person he has been sending money to, is now pregnant by someone else? And what story is he going to tell his family that someone who get pregnant is now going to be his wife? How is his family supposed to accept her? How is she supposed to look at this woman thereafter saying, okay, you were supposed to be loyal to me, you were supposed to wait for me, but you betrayed me? I mean, how else is he supposed to handle the situation? 07000 That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. So, Makola, let me hear your thoughts tonight.
I would just want to eat the nail on its head. Like, Dari, that is not your wife. With what I've heard tonight, and what I would say to you is that that lady is not your wife, because why would she even do that? I mean, to even spoil everything, she was saying that the father of the child actually abandoned her, and that is why she's like begging him to take her back. So that means if the other guy did not abandon her, she will still follow the other man, and you will just be there stranded, not knowing what to do. So I feel like this woman has betrayed you, and all you have to do is let her go. Don't even think twice. Don't even second guess. Don't even
But what
think,
happens to love?
what? Which
What happens
love?
to
Which love?
love?
Which love that you have to get pregnant to another person? This man ensure that you take care of yourself. He send money to you, call you frequently, make sure that everything is okay between the two of you, and all you have to repay him back is getting pregnant to another person.
And
I
what
mean,
if she just wanted to, just say while it was the time, while Gary was
this is what I
outside
used
the
to tell
country?
people. If you're in a relationship and you know that you cannot endure having, or you cannot cope with having a long distance relationship, ensure that you talk to your partner. Let your partner know that this I cannot enjoy it, I cannot cope with it, I cannot do this. Let your partner know before you now enter into it, because I feel like maybe the lady can actually like him, right? The lady can actually love him, but because of one or two things or the other, maybe she needed, that
A companion.
companion, someone to, to spend time with, and at the end of the
There are
day,
times that
it
you need
resulted
someone
to
to
pregnancy.
exactly.
So why did this lady not tell Dari that she can't cope with long distance relationship? Why did she not tell Dari that this thing you're doing is better the two of us process this traveling together and leave, instead of deceiving this man? Now she did not even tell Dari when Dari was abroad. She didn't call him to tell him this is what is happening. Dari just came back and met her pregnant. Which I
Yeah,
see that
what if
that is a total betrayal. Like, she betrayed him, and Dari, this woman is not meant to be your wife. That's what I would tell Dari tonight. Yeah.
all right, 07000 What do you think about this one? Do you agree with what Mopelola just said, saying that this is a total form of betrayal? I mean, what happens to her just saying, okay, let me just, enjoy the moment while my partner is not around? What happens to, I don't know, it was going to turn out to become a pregnancy? What happens to, I don't know, this man, would leave me? What happens to, I just wanted to give birth and move on with my life with Dari? We're talking about love here. These are two people who love each other.
Yeah.
So we're talking about love. You cannot erase the part that there is love.
But
It might just be a one-time thing,
does love
and she
betray?
doesn't want to.
Does love betray?
Okay, let's hear from this person. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Christopher coming from the.
All right, Christopher, good to have you on the show tonight.
I'm in support with Damilola. The girl is a betrayer, so let the guy move on with her life.
My name is Mokoyola. My name is Mokoyola.
I'm in support with her. I'm in support with her. Why can't the girl tell him that, okay, I'm pregnant? So,
What if she just doesn't know how to say it?
you said?
What if she doesn't know how to say it?
I can hear you.
What if she wanted to say something about it, but she doesn't just know how to
She learn how
say
to
it?
put it together to
Exactly.
Dari to tell her.
That's not love. That's not love.
There is no love.
That's
All right. So, what would you like to say to Dari? What would be your advice to Dari on the show tonight?
how to move on. You'll find a better person.
All right. So thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight, Christopher. So Christopher is saying that Dari should just move on, that he would find someone else. Well, is it that easy to tell people to move on? I mean, this is the person you have devoted your heart to. This is one person you've said, oh, I'm going to get married to this person. You even went for 2 years and still came back to say, okay, let me get married to this person and let us, get out of this country together. but you got the shock of your life. Does that mean that the love is over? It is finished? Is that the end of love in this situation?
I feel like when you're compatible, and there are some problems that, or there are some situations that happen between couples or partners that it can be solved. Like you can find solution to it quickly and still move on with your life together. But there are some you can't even solve it. Like you just have to let it go. Okay, we have
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name?
Thanks for allowing me.
On the show tonight. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Peter. I'm calling from Mangodo.
From Precious from Mangodo. All right, Precious, good to have you on the show tonight.
Yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, I like your colleague there or your partner. She's very straightforward person.
So you don't like me? Hi. This life is not balanced.
No, yeah. You know why I say this?
Okay.
Oh, no. Let's not deceive ourselves. They are just people things that just because of our faith. If a guy should travel abroad, it calls me frequently. He sends me money. Trust me, I don't have any reason not to be hopeful in that relationship because there are not even any reason not to be. Okay, this is somebody that calls you frequently, sends you money, like he cares about your old kids. Okay, if I want to have fun, it's okay. If I want to have fun, I need to be guided. I just think you never have hope in that relationship. You have to be want to have fun, you just give yourself on the platter, you're having sex without protection, then if you go to pregnancy, you're not telling him, you came back to find out, and you want to try and be like manipulating to take you. I don't know, but there's some things like it's really, I don't know, that was overboard for her. If she wants to have fun, there are ways to have fun. I want to be committed in a relationship that I don't have someone there that I want to spend my life with. You understand? So you just get pregnant like that. That was carelessness on my part. That was disrespectful. That was betrayal. So, what I have to say to Larry now, because after our pregnant, I know what love can be. I don't know if we have anyone in Nigeria, but I know what something for someone. I know the way it is, and I've experienced the heartbreak. I've experienced feelings. I don't know if he really loves her, but me, I'm thinking of the future for him. You understand? Can she be trusted? Of course, they can't carry a man down one place. You don't know what kind of business is going to be involved. You might need to be traveling here and there. Then you can't be disciplined enough. You understand? Can she be trusted? But I don't know how to stand for a Yoruba person because his name is Barry. If you say they should accept a woman that's pregnant for another man for that, we all know it's never going to happen. You understand? It's never so you can't make the guy to be enemy with his family because he wants to clean you. Because so can she be trusted in future? If we travel, can she now? That's just carelessness on our own part. That's what I have to say.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm actually
Thank
reasoning
you
with
very
what
much.
Precious said about what if the man now begins to travel when they are even married. Now I'm thinking that, do you know that if Dari should get married to this woman and Dari works, requires him to be traveling here and there, do you think Dari would even trust his wife at home? He'll be like, hey, this lady, when we are not even married, she did this. Now that we are married, how sure am I that this woman is not out
Going to do something
so
else.
they will not be that trust, and you have to build your marriage. You have to build relationship on trust. So if there's no trust at the foundation of relationship, it will break down eventually. So it is better that just move on quickly from this lady who has betrayed his trust, his love, his commitment. That is a man. Dari did not get any lady pregnant at the UK where he went to. Now he came back to meet his own woman that he thought he would marry pregnant without him even knowing.
Like probably waiting for him.
Surprisingly, just saw that his wife to be, or the person he wants to
His
propose to
girlfriend
is pregnant. So I feel like that way, if you don't want problem, because if there's no trust in marriage or relationship, there will always be problem. Any call like this, you're monitoring yourself. Any movement, you're monitoring. There will not be peace of mind.
That's not even my bone of contention. Okay, so let's say he ends up marrying this lady in question and she gives birth. How is he supposed to come to terms with the fact that this child is not his? Let's hear from this person. Hello, good evening. Please do well to call us back 07000 917 917. That is the number to call to be a part of of the conversation. You're listening to Adult Conversation on WFM 91.7. This is where we share real life issues and discuss matters of the heart. You can be a part of the conversation by either calling the studio line or sending a text and WhatsApp message. Please turn down the volume on your radio.
hello, Santo.
Hi, this is Blessing. Good evening.
I'm Blessing.
All right, apart from it, but for good to have you on the show tonight.
Blessing, I'm still asking myself this question. Where are they finding this love?
I don't know too.
This love ways I think the travel and still come back. I want to meet my girl. This was serious. But on a serious note, I think that it should move on.
Okay.
Because
Okay, are you there? Hello.
is using protection. Can you hear me?
Yes. Please go on.
At least, okay, let's assume because daddy is not around, you have tried to say, okay, let me just find somebody. This and that. This guy
To
put up
keep
into
body
the
and soul
podcast.
together.
You understand? There are people using protection. So, for you to have decided that you want to have something with this person without protection, it actually means that you have decided that you want to be with that person. So, for the fact that the person ran away and then daddy came back and you're not trying to play the victim card is what I'm not even happy about. Because pregnancy will not just come.
Please.
So that is just a simple fact. You have done what you have in your mind. It has backfired. Don't be a single mother and let daddy have a happy home. Very simple. If daddy had gotten somebody pregnant abroad, she would have said, guys have come or something. So guys just move on. Believe whatever happens between the two of you, whatever you have done for her, is what God wants you to do for her, and that is the journey God wants you guys to act together. And it's time to open another chapter and move on. Because there is no way that will be trust in that home. So if daddy traveled out again, the thinking his mind will be settled wherever he is. He'll be thinking this lady might be doing something else. So what is the essence? Have a nice discussion.
All right. Thank you very much, okay, for your thoughts on the show tonight. 07000 917 917. Do you agree with Smokwe on the show? Do you agree with Okpe? Do you agree with Precious? Do you agree with every other person who has called on the show tonight saying Dara should move on? I mean, what happens to love? What happens to you loving someone? What happens to the fact that love is I don't know,
Love is blind.
not love is blind. Love forgives.
Love endures.
Love endures. Love
Forgive.
exactly. What happens to she has been able to come to terms with the fact that she has hurt. So what happens to forgiving her and allowing it slide? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Riza. I'm calling you from Owo.
All right, good to have you on the show tonight.
Yes, sir. That woman, she's not ready for that. She wasn't ready for the guy. So that is why she could not be faithful enough to wait for him. So, and it has happened now. It has happened. The guy should move on with his life. That is all it. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let the guy move on with his life. After all, someone that is coming from abroad, he has some cash. There are people that will even say, abroad, don't worry. But the guy should pray very well so that the God fearing anyone should come his way. That is my advice for the guy.
All right, so thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. 07000 917 917. Would you say that Dara should just move on with his life and, act like there is no love? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Good evening. I'm calling from Makuto.
All right, and we'll get to you on the show tonight.
Yeah, first time caller.
We'll get to you on the show. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Okay. Now, you said something I actually wanted to talk about, which is trust. As a matter of fact, they say first impression lasts longer. And since it has happened like this in the first place, even before marriage, believe me, if that anything with that girl anymore, it will reflect again in the marriage negatively and it will affect the marriage
Yeah.
because there is no way that thought, that heartbreak will just all of a sudden disappear from Garrett's heart and say because of love, I want to forgive her 100% and let's just go as if nothing happened. There is no way. So let's not beat around the bush and let us go straight to the fact that the girl betrayed Darius' trust, his love, and his commitment to the relationship. Let Darius just move on with his life, and forget about anything love. That is my own.
All right, so thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. So he said that we should just move on and forget about love. 07000 that is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. You can also log on to our website www.wfm917.com. Download the mobile app WFM917. Send us a text or WhatsApp message. WFM 0703 175 6537. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. I'm Daniel calling from Maui.
All right, Daniel, good to have you on the show tonight.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
Based on my own opinion, if you leave the lady because a broken relationship is better than the broken marriage. So the lady didn't love him. So you better leave the lady because you will get to know why marrying the girl. That's my own opinion.
All right. So thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. So he said he should leave the lady to avoid regrets tomorrow. 07000 Do you agree with this? Should Dari just move on with his life? You know, we're talking about love here. If you don't know what it takes to love someone, you might not really understand what Dari is going through now. It takes a lot for someone to even travel out of this country and come back after 2 years to say, okay, I want to come and get married to that person that I was in love with or the person that I liked here in Nigeria. And even in the 2 years, it kept the communication going. Hello, good evening. All right, please do want to call us back. I mean, in the 2 years, it kept his end of the bargain. He kept calling, he kept sending money for upkeep and all of that. So, do you think what his girlfriend has done is enough for him to say he's done with the relationship? Is enough for him to say, oh, he's not doing again? What happens to I love this person, I can make this sacrifice, I can shield this person? Because I mean, as much as Dara is angry, as much as Dara is saying, oh, you betrayed me, oh, you betrayed my trust, you got pregnant, you did not let me know, she's going through a lot already. Let's consider that too. She's going through a lot already. The person who impregnated her has refused to accept the pregnancy. Now she's going through that phase on her own. Dara rejecting her again is another trouble. It's another wahala. So, hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello.
Hello?
Hi, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm enjoying your program.
Thank you very much.
So, everybody say that you should leave
What's your name, please?
My name is Rachel.
All right. Where is it calling us from?
Fine, I can also say that you should leave her, but just like you said, I love and God and forgive. Everybody say that you should leave her, but in my own opinion, that is able to leave her, let her know that what she did was wrong. And even for her to have left the pregnancy without using protection is bad. And she's also going through a lot.
Exactly.
So that is to please accept that.
All right. Thank you very much, Yetunde, for your thoughts on the show tonight. So, Yetunde is more like the first person pleading with Dare to forgive his girlfriend and just accept her because no matter how much we look at it already, this lady is going through a lot already. She's already, going through that pain. It's a thing for you to get pregnant. It's another thing for the pregnancy to be rejected and only you passing through that phase on your own. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Ara. I'm calling from Oba.
All right, Ara, good to have you on the show tonight.
Very well, thank you. I would think Dari should, if it means I have been giving a slap on the wrist, I think you should get married to her, probably put another woman in the house with her, and then they can sort it out now. So yeah, but you can also feel what it means for a man working hard in winter in 3 seasons, sending money home, thinking and being betrayed and being lied to, and someone would say you forgive such a person. It's a slap on the wrist for him to say, I need you to go.
So are you saying that we should take revenge? Because
that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying.
Revenge.
I mean, it's not just revenge. You need to let her learn and lessons in the hard way so that you can feel the that is feeling.
Wow.
If it's not like that, then it's not going to create any closure. And I mean, Daddy would love the child just like he would love his other children as well. And take care of them. I mean, we should stop covering this kind of thing. You have all options available for you, an array of options to take precaution, to take it off, to do all of that. But because you now feel that, there's only one word in this equation, is manipulation. I think the master himself is being manipulated. He should check himself spiritually. Yeah.
All right. So thank you very much, Ara, for your thoughts on the show. I don't know how to actually handle Ara's thoughts on the show tonight. Ara is saying, oh, marry her, but then love the child. Don't you think if you hate the mother, there's no way you would like the child? Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, blessing.
Good evening.
Good evening to your co-host.
Good evening.
My name is John Peters. I'm calling from First Bank.
Good to have you on the show tonight.
Thank you. I've been listening to this subject matter, and it's very difficult for me to reach on a verdict on what to do if I happens to be Dari. But the truth is here is this: Dari did what he should have done when he traveled. He showed the girl he loved. He keep in touch. He keep on sending up gift. Try to continue to promise, I'm coming back to be with you. And by the end of the day, he fulfilled his promise. His own side of the bargain. He came back, and he paid a surprise visit to this very girl in question. And he met what he never expected. The girl now being pregnant for another guy. Believe you me, if I happen to be in his shoe, I think I have to move on. I will forgive her with everything in me, but that marriage is cancelled. Because had it been I did not keep in touch, then she have a good case. Had it been I did not send upkeep, she have a good case. Have it been I have not been promising or even why I'm away that I will be coming back, she have a good case. But on this one, she do not have any case as far as I'm concerned. I think I have to move on. As far as I'm concerned, I think I have to move on. And she's still my friend, but not in a relationship, boyfriend like girlfriend or going to marriage anymore. No, I forgive her and wish her well, and I move on. That's just the truth. And the girl in question, my advice to her is just let her go and check herself, both spiritually and otherwise. Maybe somebody is manipulating her spiritually or something like that, or should I say loneliness? But I'm not seeing loneliness here. I'm not seeing maybe if someone is not in his life, because this guy has been in your life, trying everything
give you assurance and they assure you that he's there for you. But you have done what you want to do, so you have to live with it. So my own is I'm moving on. That's my take. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Don Peters, for your thoughts on the show tonight. So he said he would just move on. What should Dari do on this one? Should Dari move on? Should Dari forgive this woman in question? Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling you from Nigeria, Akute.
All right, thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Enya.
Okay, so go on, please. Hello?
So I want to say that Darwin should just forget and forgive.
That should forgive and forget.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. This is 20 minutes right before 9 from the side of the radio. And yes, you're listening to Adult Conversations on the BFM 91.7.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your girl again. You are listening to WFM 91.7. Yeah. Keep your ear to me. That way, bye.
2023 general election don't come. Time don't come to move Nigeria forward with our vote. Make we join hands together and vote for better candidates. Candidates wey no dey use women play. Candidates wey carry woman matter for head. Women make una get una permanent voters card (PVC). Make we vote better.
Na Voice of Women Empowerment Foundation and Women Radio 91.7 bring una this message.
Are you ready to evolve into a high-performing woman in career and business? Are you ready to emerge into a high-value woman? Join 7 powerful female leaders at the Women High Achievers Conference 2023, hosted in commemoration of the International Women's Day, as they share their wealth of knowledge on women leadership, professional development, career advancement, purpose, business strategies, marketing, financial intelligence, and lots more. Speaking are Bimbola Balogun, Nkechi Alade, Naomi Osemedwa, Enosam, Toyin Araliko, Ibi Temitayo Ibitoye, Kiki Okewale, the host. Date 4th March 2023, time 12 p.m. Venue, Women High Achievers Tribe, Facebook community. Attendance is free. To register, visit bit.ly/What Tribe Conference. Welcome to this powerful gathering of powerful women. Be there.
My guy, waiting the path now. Oh, my shit don't see the result. Guy, know this one thing, no, but trust you now. One parallel. How you doing now? Fine, I be fine. Now, so small house party go in place tomorrow. Jobo Kese go expect you for here tomorrow.
What time?
6 p.m. sharp.
Why you dey rush talk now?
See, my credit goes finish me.
For this new economy, now your credit dey finish.
I beg send me another thing.
Now, gas speed your meter. No need to dey rush your call. Buy Glo SIM when you subscribe to Glo 11 kobo per second. Now to the make calls for as low as 11 kobo per second to all networks. E dey available to new and existing subscribers. Terms and conditions dey sha o.
Unlimited.
Are you searching for durable, guaranteed, elegant, affordable home products? At Eleganza Industrial City Limited, we put you first. From plastic chairs for adults and babies, party tables and school tables, disposable plates and cups, as well as reusable plastics, food warmers and cooling boxes, trash bins of various sizes, baby diapers, lady sanitary care products, luggage of various sizes, hair threads, and lots more. Eleganza Industrial City Limited has got you covered with our elegantly designed products in unique shapes and sizes. Visit us at kilometer 68 Lekki Epe Expressway after Eleko Junction, Ibeju Lekki, Lagos. Or you can call 081 801 99999 or 090 914 73665. Or you can send us an email at eleganzaindustrialcity@yahoo.com or info@eleganzagroups.com or sales@eleganzagroups.com. You can visit our website www.eleganzagroups.com. Eleganza Industrial City Limited. The name is our guarantee.
Whatever you call it, be it apropos, debut, gist, or gossip, best believe we've got you covered 100%. Join me, NY, and Snow every Friday at 7:15 p.m. for the best of entertainment gist only on Blogscape.
Driving through traffic? Bored at home? Or maybe you're having a bad day? Ease your mind with great music, entertainment, and lots of laughter on the Evening Experience every weekday from 4 to 9 p.m. on WFM 91.7, The Voice of Women.
The big question.
Corruption is, in fact, is increasing more. We never had that snake and whether Saturn and swallow moon.
Why?
Everything has increased.
Conversational, controversial, and borderline disruptive. The big question.
Mondays to Fridays, 12:05 p.m.
On your women radio, WFM 91.7.
We are Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families.
Alright, 14 minutes right before 9 from the side of the radio. Glad to know that you're still there tuned into WFM 91.7. This is Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. If you are joining us for the very first time, this is Adult Conversations. Adult Conversations is a program where we share real-life issues and discuss matters relating to the heart. On Adult Conversations, you give advice by contributing to the subject matter without judging. Adult Conversations on Women Radio runs every Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. because you're here to break the culture of silence. If you have a story you want us to bring on Adult Conversations, please send the story, including your name and your contact telephone number to 0703 175 6537. If you would like us to add you to the Adult Conversations family group chat, please go out to send us your name, your phone number, and a message indicating an interest to be added onto the group, and you will be added. You can send the message to 0703 175 6537. My name is Blessing Admit, and tonight on the show I have Mopulola Ojewale. Tonight on Adult Conversations. My name is Dari. I am 29 years old. My girlfriend and I have been dating for 4 years now. I finished school 2 years ago and traveled to the UK for my master's. During this period, I ensured that my girlfriend did not miss me too much, as we were communicating frequently, and I was sending her money for her upkeep. I decided to return home last week to propose to her and make plans to bring her to the UK. I called as usual and she said she was home, so I decided to pay her a surprise visit. Unfortunately, I got the shock of my life when I got to my girlfriend's house and realized that she's pregnant. I couldn't believe what my eyes saw. She started crying and apologizing, saying that it was a mistake and she didn't mean to hurt me. I'm so heartbroken and disappointed because I had thought I was coming home to get married to the love of my life. Now she's saying the father of the child has abandoned her and that I should forgive and accept her back because she loves me. Yes, I really do love her, but I don't know what to do anymore. Please advise me. Remember that Dara is listening to the conversation, so please share your thoughts without condemning, judging, or using abusive language. You can call 07000 You can also send a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 1756537. And yes, you can log on to our website www.wfm917.com. Download the mobile app WFM 917. Send in your contributions to our social media platforms WFM 917. That is how to be a part of the conversation. And yes, when you call, try as much as possible to turn down the volume on your radio so that we can hear you properly. And I would also like us to take a look at the story once again and analyze it. Now, according to this story sent in by Dari is 29. That's the first thing I want us to take note of. Number two, they have been dating for 4 years. 4 good years. In the course of these 4 years, he traveled for 2 years in the UK. To the UK, rather. Now, he came back with the intention of getting married to her. He decided to come back without informing her, just to surprise her. And I don't even know the situation surrounding it because I know that of recent people will travel for a long time and then come back. When they come back, they would make videos to say, "Oh, I want to go and surprise my girlfriend," and all of this. So imagine Dari had done the same thing. Imagine Dari, and it's funny that according to what Dari wrote, Dari had called her to say, "Oh, what's up?" And then she said, "Oh, maybe the usual way they communicate." And then she just said, "Well, I'm at home, nothing," without knowing that Dari is already in Nigeria. Now, Dari had gone to the house to go surprise her and propose, only for Dari to see that she's pregnant. Now, I wouldn't know how Dari got there. I don't know if Dari had gone there to surprise her. Just imagine Dari had gone with an entourage. Or
even doing live video.
Exactly.
Hey.
Saying, "Oh, I left my girlfriend 2 years ago and I'm going to surprise my girlfriend." Only for you to get to the house and then you see the protruding belly. And then you're asking yourself, what went wrong? How did it? But we spoke yesterday. But we had a conversation. You did not mention that you're pregnant. Now, how do you think Dari would move on? Is it that easy? I mean, the mental health, knowing fully well that you're coming back to the one you love, the one person you want to spend the rest of your life with, only for you to see the person and you find out that the person is pregnant, carrying someone else's child. I mean, if she had done it and there is no evidence, carrying pregnancy is an evidence that you've done something behind your partner. I mean, you can easily move on. Nobody would know that you've cheated. Nobody would have a single idea of what had happened. And you move on. Everybody goes. That's it. Life goes on. But there is an evidence. There is a stamp that you have cheated. That you have done something behind the back of your partner. Now, telling this same person to accept you because the person who impregnated you has denied the pregnancy. I mean, is it my question is it going to be the same thing if the person had accepted? Maybe she had even gotten married. Is it going to be the same story if the person had accepted the child and say, "Oh, let's get married"? Maybe she's not even married. Would it have been the same story of, "Please accept me back"? Or is she saying, "Accept me back" because there is a UK tendency? There is a get married to me and let's travel out tendency? Or how? I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around this, and I really hope that we can advise Dari on the show, because if I'm having difficulty, analyzing this, trying to picture what Dare is going through at this point in time, I wonder how difficult it would be for Dare himself, for him to have sat down and then composed this and sent it to us. It means that Dare really needs our help. 07000 917 917. That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. What would you like to say to Dare on the show tonight? Do you think that we should let this lady go? Remember, they have been dating for 4 years, and if you ask me, 4 years is not been. It's a lot of investment has gone into that relationship. Imagine someone called in earlier saying, working for 3 seasons, sending money to your girlfriend with the hope that you are building someone, only for you to realize that your money is going down the drain. Hello, good evening. Hi, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, my name is Sam, calling from Lambeth.
Sam from Lambeth. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, thank you very much. Actually, this is my first time listening to this program, and I get very captivated with the topical discussion.
Thank you.
So basically, it's a kind of tricky situation, and at the same time, it's not really that tricky. Because, you're traveling to the UK as a man, having a woman here in Nigeria, going for a master's, and probably while he's there studying, he's working as well. And, sending money, trying to keep the relationship and stuff, and, getting back only to find out that, okay, the girl you claimed to love, and picturing having a family with, and I'm getting back, she's pregnant and carrying another man's child. Well, if you look at it from this angle, if you get to accept her, like, okay, let's get married and move on, get with the baby and raise the child together. There's this car that is still going to have. Like, no matter how much he tries to let go, it's just like at the end of the day, it's going to be a situation of him putting himself in a tight fix, like in a tight corner. Because every day you sleep and you wake up and you see that child, you always have a flashback of what happened. Like, this is not my child. Like, even if it's sad, like, you have other kids, like, the love within the family, it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be the same. And like you said earlier, what if he got back and probably the person who got out pregnant, accepted the child, and probably came back and, find out that, like, already she's married to another person. Like, that's one of the situations, one of the things that happen, and we just hear that, okay, somebody committed suicide and as a result of depression and stuff. So I really don't think it's wise for him to go on with that relationship. That's my own opinion, because it's unhealthy for him. Because if actually she really loves it. Okay, we all make mistakes, like, shit happens. Like, probably it could be just like, a fling, a one-night stand or something. But actually, if she was actually sorry about what she did, she could have, like, just explained it to him, like, okay, babe, I'm sorry, something like this happened while he was still away before he got back. Or for it to have happened and, got to the extent that she got pregnant, I can say definitely it's not like probably they had sex once.
A one-time thing.
Yes, it is not a one-time thing. So he will be doing himself more harm than this if he decides to move on with the relationship, because basically it's really, really, really unhealthy. Really, really unhealthy. So that's just my own piece of advice.
All right. right. Thank you very, very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. I mean, that is so insightful. It took out his time to analyze the situation. Thank you for your thoughts once again. 07000 917 That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. Let's check out some of the messages we have here. This one is from let me see. This one is from Engineer Genie, and he says, Dari, you be man, you should decide what to do, because how will you feel seeing her with a pregnancy? Or will you tell your family you are responsible for the pregnancy? So think twice. All right, thank you for your thoughts on the show tonight. Ochimana says, Mr. Dari, if I were to be in your shoes, I would rather move on no matter the love. Caleb Ayodele says, Dear Dari, my brother, take heart, be strong, and move on. Let's check this one. This one is from A Square. A Square sent in this from Mato Gun Okearu. And she says, move on and pray for a better person. She was never meant for you. If not, she would not have derailed after you stayed in touch all the while. And that's one thing. I mean, over time, I've heard people say, oh, this person traveled and didn't reach out again, or the conversation dropped, or there was something missing at one point or the other. But this person has, kept the conversation going. He was there every step of the way in the 2 years of the relationship. So one would have wondered, why did you seek for affection somewhere else?
And I'm sure that, during that time that when Dario was in the UK, with their conversation and communication, there will be a lot of stuff they will have discussed, right? Maybe there's this thing the lady is feeling and you don't know what to do about it. I feel like something you can discuss with your partner and let him know how you're feeling at the moment.
At that point.
What is really wrong? What is really happening to you? But this lady did not do I'm sure she didn't do all those things. But rather, she went to another guy, and now the result came out. You're just like what someone said, that she's trying to manipulate Dari into this pregnancy because this man left you. This Dari tried. I mean, right
and
now,
what would have been?
Dari,
I feel for Dari too, because what would have been more painful is if they have never been intimate in the 4 years. All right. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. What's your name? Where are you calling us from? Hello. All right, please do want to call us back. I mean, that would have been really painful if they have never been intimate in the 4 years, and hoping that it would continue like that, only for you to return and then you see that your girlfriend is pregnant, carrying someone else's
child. It is
child.
very shocking and disheartening, like very shocking and heartbreaking. I mean, this man, I just wish the lady is actually listening to us as Dari is listening, because what you did to Dari, I mean, Dari sacrificed a lot of things for you.
Of course.
Dari made sure that, Dari deserves to be loved too. I mean, Dari loves you, so you should also reciprocate. Okay, it's not as if you are sending something to Dari. It's not as if you are financing.
Of course.
So what other things does Dari need from you? It is that love and loyalty and commitment just to give to him, but you betrayed everything. You lost everything, and you just decided to just go for another man, and now you want to bounce back on Dari again. It is not fair, really. It is really not fair. It is not fair.
All right, let's hear you. 07000 917 917. What would you like to say to Dari on the show tonight? Do you think Dari should move on and let's go of this relationship? Dari is in a dilemma, and that's why he's asking us for advice tonight. I mean, if it were to be something really easy for him to decide, he wouldn't have sent us this story in the first place. So Dari is asking you to help him make a decision. Maybe when you tell him, oh, this is the way, he would see reasons. What do you think Dari should do? Dari loves this lady, obviously. And the love is what kept him strong all the way. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
So it's Sam from London again.
All right, Sam. Good to meet you once again.
Yeah. So just felt I should chip in a thing or two again.
Okay.
Because me thinking about the whole scenario, it's just, I don't know, it's really, really driving me crazy. Like, I'm just, trying to imagine myself being in Dari's shoes. Like, I don't know. Because if you okay, let's say probably you're lonely, you need someone to talk to, and probably one thing led to the other, and you end up having sex with someone. As a lady, okay, you've had unprotected sex, and you know there is someone you have a serious relationship with. So find out, well, there are lots of things that you can do to, avoid this whole situation getting pregnant. So I see like the lady in question probably felt like, okay, let us just keep Barry as the rebound guy, and trying to like play both sides. And at the end of the day, she got pregnant, and she was like, okay, this guy loves me, like no matter what, he's still going to stick with me. Probably all I just have to do is just cry, beg, shed some tears, and at the end of the day, things are getting up. But it's actually crazy. Like I don't know, like what's it called? There's so many what's the word? Protection and like as an adult, you being an adult having unprotected sex, definitely you should know where it's going to lead. You should know, like, okay, these are the things that might happen. I might get pregnant as a lady, or probably get one or two STDs or STIs and stuff like that. But
anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen, but it just depends, like, okay, and even after getting pregnant, you still can look for, like, okay, let me explain this thing to this guy, and you still kept the same level of conversation with him. Still making him feel like everything is everything is normal, and just going to just, travel back to Nigeria and be with my sister. Believe me, if it were to be me, that's the end of the relationship. So then we could still be good friends. We could still be good friends. Like if there's anything she needs, like I could help out. Probably even help with after the child has been given birth to. But having that relationship, that dating of a thing, or being fiancés, or getting married, or being in love, like that's totally out of it. Totally and completely out of it. So the best thing that we just have to do is just like, although it's going to hurt, like it's hard a lot. Putting 4 years into a relationship, and at the end of the day, it happens. But like people do say if there's a situation, or probably if you love something and that you love wants to go, you let it go. If you love it that much, you let it go. But if you don't do that, I don't know. Like looking down, let's say 20 years down the line, and they have that child after getting married, and let's now say nature or what happens, and they don't have any child or children of their own, and that's the only child in the family. So what kind of mindset, like what kind of life does she want him to lead? Like every day you're waking up, you're saying that child, this is not your child. If the child is adopted or something, like probably she had the child before he met her, or she was pregnant before he met. That's a different ballgame. It's a different but this is just totally out of it. This is totally out of it. So that's just my view.
Thank you very much, Sam, for your thoughts on the show tonight. Let's check out more messages. This one is from Praise. Praise says, I would advise that you move on, sir. If truly she loves you that much, she won't hurt you this much. You don't hurt who you love. Please take heart. Forget everything that concerns her and move on. I know it is not as easy as I have said. Thank you very much, Praise, for your thoughts on the show tonight. Let's check out more messages. This one says, for the sake of your own sanity. This is from Tom. Tom says, for the sake of your sanity, please move on. Chris says, love, they say, covers multitude of sins. Is your love for her strong enough? Exactly. Is your love for her strong enough to give this kind of disappointment and heartbreak a second chance? If the answer is yes, no need to be confused. Just go ahead and marry her with the pregnancy and bear the shame that will surely come with it. But if not, forget about her because she's a okay, I don't want you to say she's a disgrace. She doesn't deserve true and faithful partner. Chris from Ayobo. All right, Chris, thank you very much for your thought. I mean, Chris said something now, and I would like us to talk about it. Chris said two things. If you love her so much, you know, they say love covers all. Love forgives, love endures, love is patience. So now we're saying that. Chris is saying that if you examine yourself, and you know that the love you have for this person is so strong to the point that you don't care about her getting pregnant. Like you don't really care, then go ahead to marry her. Continue with the plans. But if you know that the love you have for her is not as strong as you think, see, there are people who would love you regardless of the obstacle. Let them see you with someone else. They don't care. They would even beg you, please let me be your second choice because they love you that much. And that's the truth. There are people like that who would say, I just want to be the second choice. I just want to be in your life. And that's because they love you. They would wait around until that person disappoints you and then you come back to them. So if your love is as big as that, if you know you have a very big heart so that you love her so much and you cannot for any reason, you know, be without her, go ahead to marry her. If you know that your love is not as strong, yes, you love her, but you cannot overlook this situation. You cannot overlook the fact that she slept with someone else and she got pregnant in the process. You cannot overlook the fact that you've been talking for 2 years and she never mentioned it for once that there is somebody around the corner. You've been talking, you've been dating, and she even told you she was at home. She never mentioned it to you until you got down there to find out on your own. I'm sure if Daria had known about this, Daria won't even bother coming. I'm sure Daria won't even bother coming. So, what do you have to say to this point raised by Chris?
I feel like there's no how, no matter how the love is strong, there are some things you can't just overlook and say, yeah, love is blind, love forgives, love do this, love do that. Because at the end of the day, there will be a problem. Okay, let's assume that Daria, you know, because of the love, I mean, this girl, Daria is showing out his love to this girl, right? But this girl is not showing it back.
Reciprocating.
She's not reciprocating. And now you are saying that, okay, because Daria's love is very strong, he can just forgive her and, you know, just accept her. There will be problem at the end. We are humans. See, there's no, it's just like you people say, we people that say that, okay, we forgive or forget. You can never forget. You get, even things that are not worse than this case, you will never forget. Even if you don't just want to say, you might not just want to say it out or anything, but you would always remember that this person did you this. I mean, this, we are talking about companion, like we are talking about your partner, we are talking about someone that you want to spend the rest of your life with, someone that you've spent a lot of moments with, someone that you've shared a lot of things with. Now this person betrayed your love, this person betrayed your trust. I feel like no matter how the love is so strong, even if Daria says that, okay, the love he has for this girl will not even allow him to move on, will not even allow him to leave her, trust me, there will always be one problem or the other in the future. Because number one, just like I said, this lady has already break the trust. Daria is a human. Daria would always second guess the trust he has for this girl at the long run, because during the marriage, any movement of this woman, he would always be thinking, is this woman doing this? What is this woman doing? What is this woman up to? If the woman goes to work and come back late, he would always be concerned. He would not have the trust that my wife is faithful, because that faithfulness is already, like, it has already faded away. That the woman has already spoiled that part. Now, Daria wants to take this woman back home, back into his life. How sure are you that Daria will be able to cope with things that will come? Because it's like this is very shocking, it's very heartbreaking. Daria went abroad, came back and saw you pregnant, And you feel like if Dari would accept this lady because of the love he has for her, nothing would. The love is shaking. Like the foundation is. Let me just put it like that. The foundation is not well built, and you know that when a foundation is not well built, and you continue to put blocks and all, at the end of the day, it might be wind, it might be rain, it might be anything. The house will just demolish. The house will destroy. Now, this kind of relationship, this kind of marriage that we would build on this kind of foundation would be shaking. It won't stand strong because the foundation is not strong itself. The foundation is shaking already. So, Dari, if you think you love this girl and you feel like you can't leave her, you have to think of your own self. You have to think of your own mental health. You have to think of your future. You deserve to be loved too. She's not the only one that deserves to be loved, because I feel like, just like someone said, what if this girl, the other man accepted the pregnancy? Would we say that this lady actually loves Dari? Would we say that this lady would actually come back to Dari? Just like Sam said, what if this lady was actually trying to know which would work? The lady might actually be dating another person, thinking that Dari has actually traveled abroad, and it might not come back to her and stuff like that, and she tries to try on another person and thinking maybe, okay, if Dari does not work, this man would work. So that means this lady is not even 100% faithful to Dari. This lady is not even 100% committed to Dari, and she has another person at the other side of her life. So I feel like Dari should be very careful, and not to because of love. I mean, it is not easy. They dated for like 4 years. They've been dating for 4 years. It is not easy. But why would you not want to, live the rest of your life with someone who does not even deserve your own love? There are some certain people that they don't deserve your love. Like, they don't deserve your love. They're just there. So why would you want to sacrifice your love, to someone who is not even ready to take in, who is not even ready to give you back what you deserve, who is not even ready to, to respect your own feelings. I mean, because I feel like this lady does not respect Dari's feelings. So this lady is trying to play trick between Dari and the other guy. So please, Dari, do not let love blind. When you say love is blind, it to a certain level, my dear, because there are some things that love is not blind, so you just have to face it. You have to let them know that this one, love is not blind to it. I can see this, and I will have to address this.
See clearly.
So I can see clearly, like my eyes is not blurry. So you have to ensure that you make your choice right, so you won't go and live in regret at the end of the day.
All right, thank you very much for your thoughts on that one, Rupilola. This one is from Chinwe. Chinwe sent in this from Ejibo. Chinwe says, "Good evening, ladies. Dari, she's not your wife. You were working hard over there, taking care of her, and she's here enjoying with another man. She's dubious. She never lets you know that she has found another lover, lest you stop sending money to her. Look for another girl and marry." What do you think about this one, saying that she probably withheld that information because she doesn't want the stream of income to stop? She doesn't want him to stop sending money. She doesn't want him to stop communicating and all of that.
I feel like, it can be possible, though it's not easy to, come to, gather up yourself together and say you want to tell your partner that you're pregnant for someone else. It's really not easy, because, I mean, how would you even say it? How would you even put it? But I feel like, because of what Dari has been doing to this lady, she should be able to, just speak out and to know the next thing. Maybe she will start begging. I mean, we will see in there that it is from our heart, like from the depth of her heart. She's regretting what has happened and she's apologizing. That one is different. So I feel like with what this person said, she not telling Dari, I feel like it's part of what, she decided not to tell him because of what she's getting from Dari, the financial support, the communication and everything. And maybe she was trying to play the game of, okay, if this, she might not know that she'll get pregnant, right? So she was trying to, okay, we have a caller.
Hello. Hello, good evening.
Yes, Dari.
What's your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay. My name is Sunshine from Ikodu.
Sunshine, thank you very much for joining the conversation today. Please go on.
So that Dari, you should be very careful with that kind of a joke. You should not even think of going like it. You should move on. She should move on. There will still be more girls outside there better than her.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sunshine, for your thoughts on this one. Let's check out more messages. This one is from John. John sent in this from Agege. John says, Mr. Dare, it is not easy. But do you want to marry someone who is pregnant for another man? How would your family feel? Wake up from that kind of love. Where is the love? Can you wed with her? Open your eyes. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
My name is David. I'm calling from Lagos State.
My name is Aditi. Which one of you on the show tonight?
I've heard so many conversations that people say. I want to ask you a question. Before I travel to the UK of 18, did he promise the girl that is coming back to marry her? That's my first question. And in the answer, yes. So, and the girl did what she did. She's not love the guy. Now that she moves on with her life, maybe they're not destined to be together. Maybe God not so that girl will be a wife. So for that, marriage should move on with his life. And maybe God will give her another better person that is more better than that one. At least the deed has been done. If I see that love is done, if I love her open your eyes now, I think you can see very well. So it's quite unfortunate. Please move on with your life. You'll find someone that's more better than this one. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Edith, for your thoughts on the show tonight. So, Edith is asking a question. Edith said, do they have an agreement that Larry was going to come back to Nigeria to get married to her? And the question I want to ask is that even enough reason to treat him this way? Because they have been communicating. If this person is not going to come back to you, obviously in the course of 2 years you have been communicating, you have been receiving money from this person, and you're still saying that
the man is investing
exactly because he knows he was coming back anyways.
He has a future with you.
Yes. Wow. All right, let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Yeah, ladies, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah, this is Dick and Ben.
All right, Dick and Ben, good to have you on the show tonight.
All right. Oh, man. We have talked about Daryl and his predicament. See, let me tell you, ladies. Sometimes in life, there are things you do sometimes and you begin to ask, why exactly did this happen? And that's because the way God has programmed this life, sometimes it's not smooth. Sometimes you get it rough. Sometimes you get your destination through a channel that you least expected you tread upon. What is happening to Barry might, at the end of the day, turn out to be a blessing. I know a lot of people are going to be surprised because this is coming from a deacon who obviously should be condemning infidelity. Well, I wouldn't call it infidelity because they are not married. They're getting married, okay? They are just not boyfriend and girlfriend. And this just happened. Maybe Barry has gotten the shock of his life. I read the last line, I still love her. Nadia, you just stay at the studio, and you and I can't just stay here and decide exactly what is good for Barry. We all make mistakes. It depends on the gravity and the way we have done it. It was her fault. She accepted it was a fault. Yes, she could have deceived Barry. She has come to her senses. How about God asking Barry to forgive this woman and take her back? How about that? And I am sure you and I cannot convince her otherwise. How about her having compassion on this lady? Moreover, this lady has been abandoned. How about that is trying to remember the old good time they shot together? How about this lady turning a new leaf and will eventually turn to be the greatest woman the greatest gift that God has prepared for that? Just like devil wanted to, in a way, take it away from him. How about that? Sometimes, my dear, there are things that happen that you can't just explain it from the human angle. Yes, I'm telling you this. It happened in the Bible. There was a particular woman. She was a confirmed whore. Uzziah. It was that same woman that God instructed a prophet to go and marry. God was actually trying to make a bold statement about that particular woman. If you let me tell you, forgiveness has a way of bringing healing, especially if it is genuine. That lady could turn out to be one of the best things that could ever happen to Barry. It is possible. So I might be the odd person tonight, standing apart, asking Barry to maybe take a second look and forgive that woman and take her back. But it has to be done prayerfully. If God is asking Barry to forgive and live beyond what has happened, why not? How about Barry not getting another child in his entire life? And this could be a child God has blessed both of them, and God is going to start that child, and that could be his only child in life. How about that? So sometimes events happen in life that we never can understand why it is happening that way. Nobody knew what told Daniel to pay that surprising visit, and the lady was pregnant, or is pregnant. Yes, Daniel was the one saying, I still love her. Can you beat that? I still love her. Look, underline that statement, I still love her. I'm not going to pay and pass judgment on anyone. But let David be prayerful and decide. If God is asking him to forgive that woman, why not, my dear? Take her up, clean her up, alright? Take her back to God. God can still forgive any kind of sin. That's my submission. God bless you there.
Alright, thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight, Deacon Ben. Deacon Ben has said his own opinion. He has shared his thoughts on the show tonight and is advising that Dari should, accept her, forgive, and let it go, because, there might be a reason for this. 07000 917 917. That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. What exactly would you like to say to Dari on the show tonight? Do you think Dari should move on with his life? Do you think Dari should forgive this lady in question and let it slide? Let's check out more messages on Facebook. Temi Loluwa Akinlonu says, someone that could cheat on you despite all the love and care you showed her when you were not around. Just forgive her, but do not marry her, because she will do the same thing again when you start working and you're transferred to another location. She won't be able to cope with being alone. All right, let's hear from this person. Hello, good evening. Good evening. All right, good to have you on the show, Bonsi.
My advice to Clara is to forgive the girl, because nobody knows tomorrow. But you will forgive the girl, you will not marry her.
Okay.
That one cannot see the relationship, maybe in terms of calling her through phone and advise her. Or those money that he used to give to her can still continue. He is capable. Because if that keep it just like that, he can forget about her she herself can have a break. So to me, I can advise say let that just leave her like that. She can continue to cancel her and forgive her. So although it's not easy to forgive and forget at the same time, my own idea is to forgive and take communication with her. That's the only thing. And
All right, thank you very much, Bossy, for your thoughts on the show tonight. Please, when you call in, try as much as possible to turn down the volume on your radio. 07000 917 That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. Let's check out more comments on Facebook. Akisha Michael Sean says, if you want to keep doing DNA, then marry her. Okereketo Chikri Nelson John says, bro, free the girl, let her go. If to say you abandoned her while you left, that's a different thing. But for the fact that you were sending her money yet, that wasn't enough. Rather, to be cheating, answering your calls, calling you sweet names that she loves you, bros. She will do worse when she gets there. All right, let's hear from this person. Hello. Please do well to call us back. Edward Chukujindu Moloko says, Daryl, just look at things like this. You planned on marrying her and relocating her before this scandal happened. If she is ungrateful now in Nigeria, when you were sending your hard-earned money to her, and she didn't deem it fit to be faithful to you, how sure are you if you take her to the UK, where the society supports women? She can even set you up for deportation if the need arises after you've taken her abroad. Be wise, my brother. These days, it is not advisable to take you. Why would you say that? I'm not going to complete that statement, actually. I mean, you should have, I don't know. There are good women. This is not to say that just one bad egg means all the eggs are bad. No. Hello, good evening. Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Oba. My name is Kevin.
Kevin from Oba. That's why you're on the show.
Yes. I overheard what you were discussing, but in this kind of issue, a contribution is, at times somebody might have ability to do something or wisdom to do something, but you don't have the strength or the faith. The deal has been committed by the lady. I wouldn't say the man should leave the lady or marry the lady, but if the man truly loves the lady and he can forgive her, take her back, it's okay. But if they cannot do that, based on what the Bible says, whoever that presents a woman, I get to know, you should marry the person. And you have that with your husband or your wife. So the man has finally forgiven the woman. That is, if he's not going to marry the lady, let him show love by settling the lady, like he can pick her up, give her some money while she live for another, while he live for another person. What I think.
Right. Thank you very much, Kevin. So Kevin is saying, forgive but do not marry her. You can give her money to establish herself, but do not marry her. All right. So thank you very much for your thoughts. Let's take more comments on Facebook. Paul Takim says, bros, move on with your life. Paul Udosen says it is hard to forgive, but let God's mercy prevail. Let God's mercy prevail. Opeyemi Olorunwa says, run away. Don't be carried away by all those fake tears. It is obvious she is a betrayal. All right. Thank you very much. Ademi Owosho says, you're not meant to be together. Move on with your life. Dunamis Daniel says, Dari, if I'm in your shoes, I wouldn't accept her back into my life. First, she cheated on you till she got pregnant for the guy. That's red light already. That she would do the same if you marry her. 2. What if the guy did not abandon her? Would she have come back to ask for forgiveness? Bro, please, thank God for your life for getting to know her true self now than later. Move on. Akisheloi Oluwaseyi Dupela says, I would advise you to let her go. What she did is very bad. She was having an affair while you're still together, and you communicate with her every time for her to know that she's still on your mind. She was collecting money from you at the same time seeing another man. She destroyed everything with her own hand. It is this guy who make me believe that some of our Nigerian men who traveled out of the country still remember their souls. I dated a guy who is in the States now, but he abandoned me totally. So sorry for that. Sorry about that, really. But he abandoned me totally upon my support financially before he left Nigeria. It was later I discovered that he's married. That's why he's ignoring me. This is someone I helped in a little just because I want his progress. She's not even happy. She's still eating from him. My own didn't look back again. So move on with your life. God will settle you maritally in Jesus' name. One thing I'll beg you in the name of the Lord to do for her is to establish a business for her so that she can have a means to take care of her unborn baby and even after she gives birth. Since the father of the baby has abandoned her and the pregnancy, but because of the baby and because of God, please help her. God will help you too. A long one from, let me check them again, Akinshilo Yoluwashi Dupuela. And she took out time to also tell us our own story. Right. She had supported her partner to travel out of the country, only for her partner to not even look back and even get married to someone else. I mean, this is crazy. Sometimes you have someone who would always check up on you, and then people will betray such person. And in another climb, you would have people who are very faithful, and then they would be the one to be betrayed at the long run. All right, so this is 26 minutes right before 10 from the side of the radio. And yes, you're listening to Adult Conversations on the BFM 91.7. This is where we share real life issues and discuss matters relating to the heart. On Adult Conversations, we talk about stories that have been sent in by individuals who need your advice. You can be a part of the conversation by calling 07000 917 917. You can send a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. If you have a story you want us to profile on Adult Conversation and you need our advice, please do want to send a story. It has a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. We have the Adult Conversations Family Group Chat. If you're interested, this is where we drop the story first off. And yes, people who have sent in stories are also on the platforms. So if you would like us to add you to the group, you can send us a message indicating an interest to be added onto the group. Include your WhatsApp number and send it to 0703 175 6537. 0703 175 6537. That is how to be a part of the Adult Conversations Family Group Chat. My name is Blessing Abecha, and tonight on the show I have with me Mokulola Ojewale. This is Adult Conversations on the BFM 91.7.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your girl again. You are listening to WFM 91.7. Yeah, keep your ear tuning. That's it.
Have you been a victim of corruption? Do you want to report how corruption affects you and your community? Send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537.
Na Women Radio 91.7 anyị ji gị kpọrọ ihe anyị na-achọkwa ụzọ anyị ga-esi bịaruo gị nso ya ka anyị ji bido otu ndị redio ụmụ nwaanyị ijikọ gị na ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ọzọ nọ na steeti 36 n'obodo Naịjirịa. Ị bụ onye ahịa, onye nwere ebe ị na-arụ, nwa akwụkwọ, onye ezumike nka, nne nọ n'ụlọ elekọta ụmụaka ma ọ bụ onye ọrụ ugbo, otu redio ụmụ nwaanyị ji maka gị wee pụta. Debanye aha na wfm917.com. Ị nwekwara ike isonyere otu ndị redio ụmụ nwaanyị na Facebook. Ndị so anyị ga-erite uru. Anyị ga-akwalite ahịa ha na-azụ na Women Radio. Ị ga-enwetakwa ezigbo uru lite uru dị iche iche. Budata ngwa mkpanaka anyị ka ị gee anyị ntị ebe ọbụla ị nọ. Ndị otu redio ụmụ nwaanyị na-ejikọ gị na ụmụ nwaanyị ndị ọzọ.
It's time to enjoy fast and reliable internet connection for less.
It's time to go big in the Airtel Home Broadband all-time mega offer.
It's time to take advantage in the Airtel Home Broadband all-time mega offer. Get a MiFi with up to 125 gigabyte bonus data for just 5,000 naira, or a router with up to 240 gigabyte bonus data for just 10,000 naira. Visit any Airtel shop or www.airtel.com.ng/HBB now. Airtel, the smartphone network.
yóò yè gbà mí ọmọ mi lájẹ ọ̀rọ̀ ìsúnmọ́ lórí kí ni kí n ṣe báyìí.
ọmọ rẹ fi tipátipá bọ́mọbìnrin kékeré ńlá jọṣepọ̀ kò tọ́ tó bá ṣèwọ náà ló bí ọmọbìnrin òun mo mọ̀ pé ò lè gbà ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ńlẹ̀ yìí àfàìmọ̀kọ́mọ rẹ má ṣẹ̀wọ̀n.
irọ́ mi ò ṣẹ̀wọ̀n rí. ẹ̀yin òbí àtàlágbàtọ́ ò ẹ kìlọ̀ fáwọn ọmọ yín ọkùnrin ẹ̀yin olùkọ́ ẹ̀yin adarí ẹ̀sìn gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kàn yín ẹ kìlọ̀ fáwọn ọmọkùnrin pé kí wọ́n dẹ́kun ìwà àbálòpọ̀ kò tọ́ fáwọn obìnrin.
bákan náà ẹ̀wẹ̀ ẹ̀yin òbí ẹ kìlọ̀ fún àwọn ọmọbìnrin yín pé wọ́n má gbà fún ọkùnrin kankan láti fọwọ́ kan ẹ̀yà ara wọn bí ẹnikẹ́ni bá sì fọwọ́ kàn wọ́n lọ́nà àìtọ́ kí wọ́n dárúkọ ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ fáwọn òbí wọn nílé.
kẹ́ẹ̀sì lọ fẹjọ́ ọrú ẹni bẹ́ẹ̀ sùn lágọ̀ọ́ ọlọ́pàá tó wà nítòsí yín. ìmọ̀ràn yìí wá látọ̀dọ̀ àjọ Sustainable Gender Action.
What are the consequences of corruption on the woman? Silence. Silence through diverse forms. Education, healthcare, laws and policies fostering unfavorable conditions to the woman at all levels. The Women Agenda, breaking that silence, demanding accountability, transparency and good governance. The Women Agenda is deliberate and calculated in amplifying the voice of women. The Women Agenda, Fridays 2 p.m. on Women Radio 91.7, a platform on the way forward. The stories are real.
Something like this happened to me years back. I saw from listening to his phone. The lady that sent the message to him, when I read him, I said, "Oh, why are you like this? Why are you doing all this?"
It's all around you.
And so when she comes up to him to tell him her doing it, you should be humble enough to listen. And if there's something you can do about that, you do it. If you're reading books, if you see a therapist, be open to certain things, because at the end of the day, this person is your partner. That is the bottom line of everything. My family advised him to marry the girl he has significant. They forced him, but he refused. So when the girl started telling that, they call us too much, then there's something to share.
You want to share it. Should people see? You need to know, break the silent culture, adult conversations. Weeknight from 8 on WFM 91.7, the voice of women.
We are Nigeria's only radio station for women and their families.
Right, 19 minutes right before 10 from the side of the radio. Glad to know that you're still there tuned in to WFM 91.7. Thank you very, very much for choosing the Nigeria's first and only radio station for women and their families. We really do appreciate you. My name is Blessing Agbet, and yes, you're listening to Adults Conversations on WFM 91.7. This is where we discuss matters of the heart and issues that are real. Stories are being sent by individuals who want you to advise them. And yes, if you have a story you want us to profile on Adult Conversations, please feel free to send a story to 0703 175 6537. You can either send it as a text message or send it as a WhatsApp message. And the good thing about Adult Conversation is we have been able to help so many people on this show because we have a family who is solidly here to give advice any day, anytime. And for this, we say thank you. there are times that you go through issues, and the only way you can actually get over the issue is by talking to someone. So if you feel like you don't have someone you can talk to, you can always send us a message. And most times, the names are usually changed, so you cannot really say for sure if you know this person or not. So please, if you have a story, if you have something bothering you, and you would like us to advise you on adult conversations, please do well to send in your story to us. We would really like to, help you out in our own little way. We are one big family on this show, and that is why we always come through for each other on the show. If you're joining us for the first time, this is where you should be every Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10 p.m. This is where we discuss real life issues and matters relating to the heart. Basically, an adult conversation. You get to call in to advise the subject matter without judging. And this is because we're here to break the culture of silence. Tonight on Adult Conversation, my name is Dari. I am 29 years old. My girlfriend and I have been dating for 4 years now. I finished school 2 years ago and I traveled to the UK for my master's. During this period, I ensured that my girlfriend did not miss me too much as we were communicating frequently, and I was sending her money for her upkeep. I decided to return home last week to propose to her and make plans to bring her to the UK. I called as usual and she said she was home, so I decided to pay her a surprise visit. Unfortunately, I got the shock of my life when I got to my girlfriend's house and realized that she's pregnant. I couldn't believe what my eyes saw. She started crying and apologizing, saying that it was a mistake and she didn't mean to hurt me. I'm so heartbroken and disappointed because I had thought I was coming home to get married to the love of my life. Now she's saying the father of the child has abandoned her and that I should forgive and accept her back because she loves me. Yes, I really do love her, but I don't know what to do. Please advise me. Remember that Dara is listening to the conversation, so please, when you call in, share your thoughts without condemning, judging, or using abusive language. The number to call is 07000 917 917. You can also send a text or WhatsApp message to 0703 175 6537. Log on to our website www.wfm917.com. Download the mobile app WFM 917 to be a part of the conversation. Let's check out more messages here. But before then, let's take this call. Hello, good evening. Ella from Epic. Okay. Which one of you on the show, Ella?
Yeah, I'm going to advise that just let the girl go, just let her, because for us to do something like this, I don't feel like even if they get married, she will cheat on me. That's a short thing. So just let her go to avoid something like that in the future. And maybe help her in any way you can. I'm not sure you get something. Maybe she wasn't meant for you.
In the first place. All right. Thank you very much, Eniola, for your thoughts on the show. I have this one from Adibe Chirindu. He says, find someone who deserves you. All right. Thank you very much for your contributions on the show. Remember, the number is 07000 917 917. That is the number to call to be a part of the conversation. So, Adeni Owosho says, you're not meant to be together. Move on with your life. Thank you very much. Paul Takin says, bros, please move on with your life. Thank you very, very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. Let's check out more comments here. Ayokomi Lua Tosin Peter says, Sokwe Otilo. Paul Udosen says, it is hard to forgive, but let God's mercy prevail. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Fidelis from calling from Bafo.
Okay, please put on on the show.
It is me. I would say that there is you that there.
Okay.
It should move on to Allah in his life. So because we have only broke it. That is hard. The money that very moving on with the girl. So that is the clear It's a very clear matter. So, that's my review about that. Thank you very much.
I wanted to thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. Let us check out this message. This one is from Odusi, Mrs. Adeyemi Odusi, and she says, "Please, Dare, move on. You can help or assist her in any way you can, but for me, no, no." All right. Thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. Hello. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, which will be on the show tonight?
I want to check my body matter.
Please go ahead.
Okay. So, I want to tell the man to marry the girl. If the man loves the girl too much, let him marry him. And what that, you go feel the girl now, you go come with the leg, go up and come down. So, it will be another thing. So, make you go ahead with the girl. And these are nobody is above mistake. So that is what I want to say.
All right. Thank you very, very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. Let's check out this message. This one says, "Hello, good evening. This is Damilare from Ikorodu." And he says, but from my own perspective, I think Dare should try and forgive and move on with his own life and accept that God has used him as an angel and should not regret. What if he doesn't come and check on her to discover? What if the man responsible for the pregnancy had accepted the pregnancy? What would have become Dare's fate? Despite the regular calls, according to him, and other sacrifices, if she loves him, she would have told him when the mistake occurred and the solution might have surfaced, but she doesn't expect his coming will be so fast. 4 years relationship isn't a joke, and no matter the height of the love Dare has for her or how strong it is, I believe it would have gone weak that very day he saw her with pregnancy. Dare should just think of the future, which might be affected by that marriage that has lost its trust. Dare should know that the strange man might come back later or before or after the child has been raised, and the lady might still have interest in him. I mean, that's another thing. That is another thing to consider. All right. This one is from Lillian. Lillian says, "This is so painful. He should just move on with his life." Thank you very much, Lillian, for your thoughts on the show tonight. Let us check out this one. This one says, "My name is Fred. Don't take her back, because if it was me, I would never ever take her back, no matter what." Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Ola from Opik.
Ola from Opik. Good to have you on the show tonight.
I want to tell that Larry to move on. Because if that girl really loved that Larry, she will allow another man to touch her. Touch her
impregnating her.
Pregnant. That one is good. Yorùbá people used to say tí anything tí àwọn tí ojú bá kó ibẹ̀ ọkọ̀ ọ̀nà kúrò rẹ̀. Even if Damian married that girl, you know, Damian will never forget it. In fact, I cannot even allow Damian to accept that girl back. I can't. It's very, very bad. But accepting good parents, that one is different. But not this one. This case is not is different. It's very, very bad. I just tell them lie to help that girl. Anyhow, we can help her. But not marriage.
Thank you very much for your thoughts on the show tonight. And that will be the last call we'll be taking on today's edition of Adults Conversation. So what would you like to say as we wrap up on the show today, Mopilola?
I mean, like I've said, I put out my mind to Dare earlier on the show. So Dare, please be careful. Ensure that you do not let... Sometimes there are some situations you don't handle with your heart, but with your brain. So you have to be very careful. And if you think you can be able to handle the circumstances that will follow what has happened. I mean, some people are advising you to, forgive her and get married to her as you want to do. So if you think you're mentally capable enough to, go with the marriage or with the proposal, it's okay. But for me, I would like to advise you that you move on from this lady. Let her live her life. You live your life. You can forgive her, establish her, just like some people say, but to avoid any drama that will happen in the future, to avoid problems, troubles in the future, just because I feel like this man that actually abandoned this lady we were talking about can actually come back when she gives birth,
just like the last caller said,
and start claiming the child and stuff like that. So to avoid unnecessary drama, I feel like that we should just move on and find a better person that deserve the love that you have. So that's what I would tell Dari tonight.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, Mopelola, for being a part of the conversation. Well, there you have it from Mopelola and I on the show tonight. Dari, I really hope that we've been able to help you make a decision on the show. The whole essence of adults conversation is to help you make a decision. If you have stuff bothering you and you want to let your heart out, we're just here to listen to you without judging you. And of course, we would give you our own little piece of advice so that you can make an informed decision. So basically, we're here to help you through this your healing process, and the first stage is talking about it. The fact that you've spoken about it, the fact that you've let it out of your heart is the first step to healing. And we are glad that you've trusted us enough to share the story with us. We really do hope that all of the information, all of the advice, all of the suggestions that have been shared on the show today are enough to help you make uninformed decisions. At this point, I would like to say a very thank you to you. A very big thank you to you. Thank you very much for your contributions on the show. Thank you for your calls. Thank you for your Facebook comments. Thank you for your text and WhatsApp messages. I really do appreciate you, and I am very sure and confident that Dari will be able to make an informed decision from the advice you have given on the show tonight. On behalf of Dari, I want to especially thank you again, and I hope that you will join us tomorrow at the same time between 8 and 10 p.m. Same station, Women Radio, WFM 91.7, same program, Adults Conversations. Many thanks to the engineers on duty. Thank you very much, Evans, for your support on the show tonight. And yes, Mopelola, thank you very much for being a part of the conversation.
It's always a pleasure to be here with you.
All right, I am Blessing Abeto. Ensure to stay safe and have for yourself an amazing night rest. Good night and God bless you.
Bye.
We are Nigeria's only radio station